Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a quick little demo on the Natasha Denona bronze palette. I will be using a new refer brush that I purchased, which is number 21. This is designed to pick up like glitter and stuff like that. I don't know if this is a new brush, but I never noticed it on their website. And I picked it up along with that like crease bundle because there's two brushes there that I didn't own, which is 12. That is the smudger brush. And I believe it was number 14, which is actually a crease brush that's designed for hooded eyes. But I actually wanted it for detail work. I don't own a brush that is this size. So I purchased the bundle because brush 13 and 15, which I already own, it's always good to, I think it's always good to have more than one of those, especially when you, like I film and I have my own YouTube channel. It's just easier for me to have more than one of those brushes. So let's get started. What I have on my face, I have my Bare Minerals A Bare Pro foundation, and this is a natural 11. Almost done with this baby. And for bronzer, I have my Chanel Soleil de Tan de Chanel. This is just the original formula. I have my Bare Minerals Mineral Veil setting powder. And for blush today, I'm using my MAC blush in Cosmic Force. This was a Marshall's find about a year and a half ago. It's a really pretty blush, and that's just what I'm wearing on my cheeks, like a barely there kind of color. And for highlight, I am using my Chanel Camellia de Chanel illuminating, what is this? Illuminating powder. This I've had, I think, since like 2018. It used to have a chameleon base. You can kind of still see it. This is like a gelée kind of formula. It lasts a really long time. It just, the texture of this highlight reminds me of a gelée formula. It obviously isn't, because it does have a lot of kick up, and gelée formulas don't usually have kick up. All right, and then let's go ahead and show you guys this palette. Again, I have never used this palette. Go ahead and give you a close-up. This is what it looks like. I am filming in natural light, in case you guys were wondering. And this, I dipped into Silk and True Bronze, so these two shades right here. When I first got the palette, I tried to, you know, use my synthetic brushes. I went through a process because I didn't understand why my synthetic brushes weren't picking up those special shimmer formulas. I did do my first impressions on the Glam palette, which I'll link in the description down below in case you guys wanted to watch that and you haven't caught it yet, or you're new to my channel. If you're new, thank you so much for stopping by. All right, I used another brush. I didn't use this one, so I'm excited to try this out because supposedly it is a natural hair brush that is specifically designed to pick up like heavy glitter formula. I'm not gonna spray it, I'm gonna use it dry. If I have to spray this brush, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. All right, let's get started. Okay, so looking at this palette, doesn't matter what shades I use. I just know I'm gonna use either this special formula which is Silk or True Bronze, because I want to use this brush. So in my other video, when I did the Glam palette, I used a brush 28, which looks very similar to brush 21. They just have different colored bristles. And this did a very good job at picking up that special formula. However, this brush is much thinner and flatter, and the bristles are a different color. Let's get to it. All right, so I'm going to use brush number 15, and this is just a regular crease brush, and I'm gonna go into Beach, this shade right here, and I'm going to apply that on my crease. Oh, I forgot to prime. Let me prime my lids. Hold on. Okay, I used my Bare Minerals Gen Nude Eyelid Primer in Bright and Flawless. Always good to have on hand. I'm not prepared today. Okay, so again, I'm using Beach and my crease. I'm gonna zoom you guys in a little bit. There we go. And I'm going in with a very light hand because Natasha Denona's eyeshadows are very pigmented. This is a matte shade, in case you guys were wondering. And I'm just using this as a transition shade. I'm doing a pretty simple look. These rougher brushes are very soft, and they do a very good job at just working that color into the crease and just diffusing it. Doesn't scratch the eye or anything. All right, next I'm going to use my number 1 brush, and actually I'm going to deepen that crease. So let me go ahead and use brush number 14, and oof, I don't know what I want to use here. Ooh. Okay, so I learned recently that Natasha Denona's palettes, they can be used like 4 diagonal, up and down, or right across. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. So if I just used Beach, let's go ahead and take some of, oh my gosh, rhodium seems super scary to dig right into that right away. Oof. Should I do it? Let's just trust her. Let's just trust her. So I'm gonna go ahead and do these 3. Let's try it. So I'm gonna use my number 14 brush, and I'm going to ever so slightly dip into rhodium. And I'm really gonna just put that into the socket of the eye. And try to really diffuse that with Beach. So as you can see, it's already adding ever so slightly depth to Beach. So it's interesting. Rhodium in the pan looks like it's gonna come out like a very dark, deep, like violet purple, but it has so many dimensions. It actually doesn't apply the way you see it in the pan. I actually like it better. It's less scary. when you apply it. So I'm really going in with a light hand because just trying to be careful here. So I've kind of deepened up that crease color with rhodium. I do want to go in with my #1 brush because I do want to set a nice like all over like lid shade before I go in with that true bronze color. And I think I'm gonna go into, what is this called? Gloaming? This shade right here. I really like it. I'm between Gloaming and Bliss right here. I really like that color. But I don't know, I think that Gloaming goes more with those 3 shades. So I'm gonna use my #1 brush and I'm gonna dip into Gloaming here. And then I'm just going to apply that all over the lid. And again, these brushes are very soft and do a very good job at spreading the color all over the lid. Another thing I've noticed is no fallout with this palette, and I've used 2 shimmering shades already, which I find to be super impressive. I don't think I've ever worked with a shade that has been shimmery like that and has had no fallout. All right, so I'm gonna go back to my #15 brush and I'm just going to wipe this on a towel I have here. I actually want to go in with a little bit of suntan, and I want to go ahead and just bring a little bit of more life back to the crease. I'm all over the place here. I have no idea what I'm doing, so just bear with me. So starting from the outer corner and just bringing that in. I've completely covered up rhodium. I'll go back to it, but I actually wanted to kind of bring it a little bit back to life here. Just windshield wiper motions. All right, let's go back to Beach right here. It's that original transition shade. And I'm just softening everything with that, you know, since it was the original shade. Again, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just, you know, playing around with this palette. You guys know I'm very new to the Natasha Denona game. Okay, then I'm gonna use my number 27 crease brush. This is a much larger crease brush, and I'm just going to soften it and blend out those edges. Now I'm going to use my number 13 brush. I'm gonna go back into rhodium. And I'm just gonna concentrate that on the outer corner right here. So I really like this number 13 brush because you really can do this little detail right here, which I really appreciate. And in order to be able to do that, guys, my eyebrow hairs are like out of control. In order to be able to do that, you have to have a, you know, this specific shape. It's a small crease brush. And I don't own a crease brush in this size in my collection, so it was a no-brainer for me when I purchased it. So as you can see, Rhodium has added ever so slightly some depth there, but Rhodium has so many dimensions. You've got plum, you've got black, I feel like you even have some blue undertones in there. Rhodium is truly a very unique shade, and one that you wouldn't expect to see in this palette because everything is so warm. All right, finally, let's use brush number 21, and I'm gonna go into True Bronze. So this is a special formula. Like if you press your finger into it, it will it's like creamy almost, but it's not. Again, I don't know how she does it. So let's use number 21. And I'm just gonna apply that to the center of the lid. And I'm going to compare this brush to, what's that one called? Number 28. So I'll do one eye with number 21, and then I'll use the other brush on the other eye, and then we can see which one works better. Very soft, and it does do a good job at picking up those shimmery shades. You can pack it on as much as you want. You guys know I don't like a lot of glitter, so I'm really just concentrating that in the center of the eyelid and kind of just diffusing the edges so that it all blends together. All right, now let's use number 28 on the other eye. So number 28 feels much different on the lids than number 27. And I feel like number 28 does pick up more product than number 21. Just with 2 applications. I'm gonna go in a third time. And I'm just diffusing the edges here with the brush. So yeah, with number 28, I feel like it picks up more product and with less applications. Yeah, and then number 21, I feel like if you were to spray this, you obviously would get more color payoff, but I do think that number 21 does pick up that special formula. But I feel like if you really want precision and you really want that full control of building up the color, then you're gonna like number 27, because number 27 applies a little bit at a time versus number 28. You just get more color at once, so you have, I think, a little bit less control with this one, a little bit less buildability, because you get much more color payoff. This number 28 brush picks up a lot more product than number 21. All right, so I'm gonna apply some eyeliner and some mascara and I'll be right back. Okay, so off camera, I applied a little bit of my Chanel eyeliner on my waterline in number 69 Claire. I applied my Tarte liquid eyeliner to my top lashes, and I put some of my Chanel lash primer, and I used my Bare Minerals Lash Domination mascara just for my top lashes. For lipstick, I chose my Charlotte Tilbury Super Nude lipstick, which I felt like it's a nice brown, goes with this brown bronzy look. I didn't use my one Natasha Denona lipstick in Amorosa because I feel like that lipstick was a little too cool toned for this bronze palette. So let me go ahead and give you a close-up of the eye look. I did apply some Bare Minerals Strength and Length serum infused brow gel to my brows, and this is in coffee. So after trying the Glam palette, I was a little less scared to try out the bronze palette, because now I know that when I use natural haired brushes, I can really control how much pigment I get in an eye look. But this is really easy up my alley. I gravitate towards warm tones. So I just wanted to get on here and do like a quick little demo of this palette. I will be doing a more in-depth video of this palette and the Glam palette, so stay tuned for that. But that completes this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye.